Comes the tight end right underneath. Great call.
That was a super call by Coach Jolly, the offensive coordinator. And that'll keep the drive alive. The 13-yard line. We needed 8. They got about 18. Quick handoff to Morgan Bingham inside. He'll rumble for 4. Well, Arizona Western had their chance there. They give up a big play, and it looks like Dixie's going to continue the dominance on the offensive end anyway. Here you can see the play, just the quick handoff right over the center. Bingham coming out at the end of the pile. 2nd down and 7, give him 3 on the carry. A little different formation as they have someone in the slot. Looks like Corey Groh. They'll keep it to Bingham, and he stood up at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle by number 50 for Arizona Western. That's Gabriel Marquez. He's from Yuma, Arizona.
It's interesting, Mike, that even though this is early in the 3rd quarter, the linebackers are playing so much different than they did the first. They're coming up and attacking here a little bit. They're getting a little bit more aggressive. Whereas the first half, they were just kind of watching the ball game. Now they're participating in it and playing in it.
That was a good tackle as he snuck right in there. Easy to attack when you have a short field behind you. They'll run the same play, and Bingham close to a 1st down. 3rd and 6 was that play, and he's going to be close. Just that simple play.
Yeah, there's nothing fancy here. It's just gut football. Go get him.
They don't even call for a measurement. So a 2nd, 4th down play on this drive. Last time they had 4th and 8 through the ball. This time 4th and 2. Lockhart and Bingham still in the backfield, and this is Bingham's baby as he pushes it up. 1st and goal from the 1. As Morgan Bingham has been called upon here on this drive, and he's answering the bell. Just a solid run, good blocking right inside, and he had to make an effort to get that. He earned those few yards. He'll put the ball at the 2. He just needed to get over the 3-yard line. I think that's the 3rd time Dixie's gone for it on 4th down, and they have converted 3 times. This drive started at midfield, and it ends in the end zone on a Lockhart touchdown as he gets the 2-yard carry just right over the left center.
Watch the fake by Bingham, the fullback. Boom, up in the air. He had a defender tackle him, and then he gave off to the tailback. Good play. Just a little, sometimes some coaches call that a cross. Fullback goes one way and the tailback goes the other, but it was a good drive. Like you said, Mike, 2 4th down plays, and they converted both of them.
That drive goes about 49 yards. They chew up quite a bit of clock. Just about 7 minutes. Inouye on for his 7th PAT.
Peter's number 1.
And it's good. Strike up the band. It's 49-0 as Dixie comes out of the locker room.
Well, you know,
that was really set up by the great return by Johnny Journey. Caught the ball in his own end zone, ran it out across midfield. And Delamas and Bingham doing the rest as they march down. 15 minutes. That's a drive of 6 minutes and about 17 seconds. And Rodney Rebel really cheating on those push-ups.
No, I don't blame him. I mean, I don't blame him.
What a perfect day for just about anything you want to do outside. We're glad you're with us here at the ball game. 49-0, the Dixie Rebels on top. It's homecoming here in St. George. Homecoming queen from, her name was Bowler from Nevada.
Miss Bowler.
Anyway, we'll try to pin it in that, well, it's the right corner now. Left corner. and the ball's dropped, but picked up by Pugh. Shoestring tackle attempted, but it's no good, and then bringing him down was number 23, that's Cole Carter. Some late flags coming in. Did you see anything there, Ray?
I didn't see anything. I was looking too, Mike. Of course, we're so far away, but good tackle by Cole Carter. There's that Dixie High alumni.
Yeah, we'll see if we can see the replay here. Sloppy play. That's the third fumble they've had.
Watch Cole come in. He's number 23. Right there. Good tackle.
Wrapped him up.
But
I don't know if you have a. Well, they're going backwards, so it's gonna. We'll go down to the field.
It's got to be something in the back. Push in the back.
Our official referee Gary Peterson wearing his silent mic that time, as we couldn't hear him. Like you say, you make those penalties in that area, and you don't lose too many yards.
Yeah.
But here we go. This is. I think we just watched this half of football. Arizona Western stuck deep in their own territory, and Dixie's offense rolling. And they'll hand it to Hall for a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards. If this keeps up, the final score is going to be 84-0.
Well, go with your starters both ways at the start of a second half just to get things back in sync again, and this is what we're doing here on defense. They're doing a good job again.
2 weeks ago, Jeremiah DeLamas was hurt, and Austin Berg was the quarterback, and Lockhart ran the ball all day. Bingham and Lockhart both had well over 100 yards. Oh, coming off a block, a big hit was Hall, and he's up near a first down. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like his knee was down a couple yards short. You can see a big hit here coming in. Boom. Who was that? Jeremiah Smith put the hurt on him, but it looked like he returned the favor. Jeremiah Smith went backwards as well. Hall picks up about 6 yards. They'll give him 3rd down and 2. And this is the shortest 3rd down play they've had today. Lane will hand it to Hall, and he's looking for room. He's got it. A good spin move. He's wrapped up by Salavea and Grant. Looked like Bogenhagen had a chance to get him behind the line of scrimmage, but he snuck by him. Right? Well, he never really had a chance. He was being held. Well, that's good. They come out of the halftime locker room. Maybe that's what they were doing in there for so long, trying to figure out how to get a first down.
It took their full 20 minutes at the half, and maybe it's paying off here.
But they've done that. They haven't changed anything. They've still given it to Hall 3 times in a row. Now they go to the fullback, and he has stood up.
That's crunch time.
There's a flag down by the line judge in a place where maybe we have motion or offsides. We'll go down to the field and see what the call is going to be. The ball carrier at that time was Lavelle Atkins. He's a big fullback, 6 foot 210 from Yuma. Charlie Dine is the head coach.
Charlie Dine, I'm sure that a few Utah people may remember him. He used to coach it up at Orem. He's an old Utah State Aggie. I shouldn't say old. He's a former Utah State Aggie. Played football up there for the Aggies years and years ago. Coached a little bit of Orem, and then at Orem, and then went down as the head coach at Arizona Western years ago. Been a physical education instructor, and I think this is his 3rd round, if I'm not mistaken, as the head coach at Arizona Western. He's coached for a while, and then quit, and then coached, and now he's the head coach again.
Good play action, and a good spiral. That's the best throw we've seen from Lane.
He zipped that right in there, didn't he?
He did. That's his first completion of the day, and it goes to Mark Benetton. He's from Prescott, Arizona, and that was all set up by the good play action. And they pick up another first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line. And Lane definitely the best pass he has thrown. And they'll go back to the ground with Hall.
Had a couple of
One
good
man to
blocks
beat, and he couldn't do it. David Grant making a great open field tackle.
You see on your replay here to the left. A couple of good seal blocks by number 58, the big tackle.
He just had to beat David Grant, number 15, and he did a nice job wrapping him up. But not before he could pick up 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Big tackle's only 6'4", 290, so that's a nice guy to have leading you around the outside.
I could follow that one, I think, for a few yards. 5 minutes in running here in the 3rd quarter. Dixie up 49-0, but Arizona Western looking to make something happen. And he'll just throw that one away to Lane.
That had to be some kind of a mistake or something. My goodness, I saw a lot of linemen downfield. You know, when you see a guard and a tackle downfield, whew, can't believe that wasn't caught.
3rd down and 6 after the incompletion. I think you're right. They're trying to make something happen, getting Lane out of the pocket, trying to get a matchup that they like. But those linemen downfield, you never know what was trying to go on.
Yeah, he said, I couldn't believe he was throwing the ball.
Dwight Ellis brings the play in for the Matadors. Well, after this ball game, the basketball team's going to scrimmage over there at Burns Arena. Might pop in over there and see how the ball game's going to do. Fumble on the play, but it goes out of bounds.
Think he fumbled for a first down?
Well, the clock, they kept the clock running.
The clock
so
running anyway. So.
They must have said he was down. But another good pickup by Hall as he gets plenty of room to the outside. Good solid tackle by that's not Salavea, that's number 43, Tom Wolfgram. 4th down and 1, and it looks like they're going to go for it. They got the momentum. This drive started deep in their own territory, around the 10, 12-yard line. Watch the quarterback keeper. They don't. Good run by Hall. Made a couple moves and picked up the 1st down. Charles Rogers and Juan Zeret going at it after the play.
That's their 2nd first down, if I'm not mistaken. 3rd first down. All right, and they're keeping the ball. They've had the ball here for going on almost 2 minutes.
So into Dixie territory are the Matadors. They trail by 49 points. That's 7 touchdowns to you and me. Lane still in at quarterback. He's got 1 receiver on the right side, and they'll give it to Gear. He noses up over the 50-yard line into about the 45. We'll spot him at just about the 45-yard line. That's a pickup of 3. Bring up 2nd and 7 for the Matadors. Do you know where this is? Arizona Western located in Yuma?
Yes,
Arizona.
From Yuma, right down next to the border.
They'll go to Gear on the pitch. And he's wrapped up by a numerous host of rebels. The leading one being number 90, Terry Lyman, he's played great the last 2-3 ball games. He's been incredible.
Terry Lyman has done a great job, I think, for the whole season. Even before he went on his mission, he's doing a good job. He does a great job penetrating.
Sam Leedy also in there on the tackle. Kyle Graff came in late.
The defensive line again, they just keep doing it and doing it.
These big defensive players, you want to get them straight, you want to give them credit, because you never know when you'll run into one of them. There's a little play action and hit when he throws, but it's completed. Kyle Graff runs him out of bounds. The pass goes to number 86. That's Byron King, excuse me. And that's going to be close to a 1st down. Went out of bounds right at the marker. You can see where the ball is. And they'll give it to him.
No, when the quarterback, Jimmy Lane, gets a little bit of time, he can put some little zip on the ball. But you got to give him time.
He really winds that arm up. It looks like he throws from back over his shoulder almost.
He zips that right in there.
Watch the reverse. Lyman in pursuit, not going to go. Ouch, Charles Rogers and Lyman have themselves a little Hall sandwich there. That's Dwight Ellis, the ball carrier.
Watch this on the reverse. Left hand side of your screen. Watch the two defenders come right in there. And wow, good tackle.
Charles Rogers never left his lane there, stayed at home. And they ran right into him.
That is good defensive discipline. You can stay home.
That'll lose 3-4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 14. The Matadors, by far their best offensive drive, as they put together 4 first downs in a row. This started at the 12-yard line. Yeah, Sam Leedy in the backfield. How do you do? And Hall loses 7-8 yards.
It almost looked like it was going to set up a halfback pass here, right there, but you see the receivers going downfield deep. But
Leedy was in his shorts barely before just
right.
about the time he caught the pitch.
Nobody's going to go anywhere that way.
3rd down and 22 for the Matadors. The ball is now back in their own territory. We'll see if they run a little play action. It's definitely a throwing down. That was a weird play. It looked like they tried to call a quick count, and Lane kept the ball.
I don't think that fooled anybody, did it, Mike? Much happened there.
Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. I'll kick your ass.
Well, nothing doing there. Yeah, you're right. That didn't fool anyone. And it's 4th down. They'll send in the kicking unit. And Lozano has been on the field as much as anybody, and he's the punter for the Matadors. His longest punt in the first half was 48 yards. He kicked it away 5 times with a 35.8 yard average. This will be his 6th punt of the day. And that's a good one. Groh will catch it on his 10-yard line with some room to run. He's over the 20. And out over the 40-yard line to the 43 is Corey Groh with a solid run. And he's having fun today on both ends of the
They had a
court.
gain of about 10 yards on that punt, Mike. Not very much. Good return.
Here we can see it on the replay. And the pressure for Arizona comes around him, and he just runs right up the middle. Needs to avoid maybe 1 or 2 tackles. Look at all the red shirts around him.
By the gain on the punt, I'm talking about Arizona Western. They only gained about 10 yards putting Dixie back.
Yeah, it was about
with a
net.
good return.
A net of about 10.
A net of about 10.
And we've got a new quarterback, Austin Berg, in, and he doesn't like what he sees. He'll take a timeout. As Berg comes in, he had some good experience 2 weeks ago as he went the distance. He threw a touchdown, he threw an interception. Only threw the ball maybe a dozen times throughout the game. Delamas already had 17 throws by halftime. So you go to the backup quarterback, and the running game and that front line become much more important for the Rebels. 49-0, 5 seconds to go in the 3rd period. I don't know that Dixie shut anyone out this year. I can't remember. I think everyone has scored on him. Dixie may be looking for their first shutout of the year, as they have been tremendous defensively. Here's Coach Croshaw handing out his weekly invitation to the officials to join him for dinner. And this is fun for us because we get to see a lot of new players, and we get to look at the roster a lot more often. We've got a change in the backfield. Tony Jones is in there along with number 49, Kyle Wilson, who does a great job at fullback. He also plays a little defense. And Berg will throw on his first play from scrimmage, and it's complete to Royal Weekly, wide receiver from St. George. And that ends the 3rd quarter as Dixie picks up about 7 yards. They won't have much to turn this game around as they just step over the 50-yard line. And that was a quick third quarter, went by really well. Arizona Western sustained some drives, ran some clock, both teams.
I think if they'd come out the first quarter like they came out at the start of the third quarter, this might be a different ball game because there was a little bit more intensity there. Even the offensive line was firing off. Just little things like sprinting out of the huddle at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Which they didn't even do the first half. You know, little things add up, but they're just, well, you know, you hate to say it, well, they're just getting out-horsed. That's all there is to it.
Well, there comes those games every year where you just have one team that's totally dominant of the other, and this is one of those games. Arizona Western having the hurt put on them by Dixie College.
Well put, Mike. That's
that first quarter, it was 28-0 at the end of the quarter. You take this third quarter, it was just 7-0. Like you say, if their offense could have sustained anything, even run some clock, maybe things would be different. Berg again to throw, and he hits, that's Cole Carter. He's struggling for a few extra yards. And they slam you back like that, you learn to step out of bounds real quickly.
real quick.
But a good pass by Austin Berg as he steps back and fires to his left side. That's probably the easy pass for him. Look left, throw left, and Cole Carter getting some playing time. First down and 10. The Rebels look to roll with whoever they put in there on the offensive end. Kyle Wilson, the fullback, he'll get the carry. And he stood up and going backwards again in to make the tackle. A good linebacker for Arizona Western, Gabriel Marquez. He's from Yuma, Arizona, 5'10", 220. He's made some good plays, and like you say, those linebackers now starting to really be more aggressive and come forward.
Well, I was really surprised a couple of times when Dixie was just dumping them. I didn't see any blitzing linebackers. They were just kind of reading the defense, reading the offense as the ball was played, but sometimes it helps if you get after them and you got to blitz once in a while.
Second down and 9, they give him a yard on his forward progress. They'll give it to Tony Jones right up the middle. He'll sneak forward for about 6, maybe 7 yards. Jones, a fabulous runner. He's so small, he just sneaks through the hole. And again, able to hold on to the ball. As long as he can do that, he'll have plenty of playing time. Weekly goes out to the right side. Reggie Wilson to the left side at receivers. Wilson and Jones in the backfield. They'll go to Jones for the first down as he tumbles over. Oh, he doesn't go down. And he's in for the score as he used an arm to clutch himself. Never put that knee down, and here we go, the third tailback to score.
What a good effort, Mike. Great run.
I'll say that was 3rd down and 4. It looked like he was just going to pick up the first down and go down.
Just here on the replay, look at this hole, and then bam, right there, puts his hand down and gets his balance, scores.
He's got that breakaway speed. They weren't going to catch him. 55-0, the 8th touchdown of the game for Dixie College. That's 2 a quarter. That's pretty good, and we still have most of the 4th to play. I was thinking maybe a 66-0 final. We need 10 more points, 11 more, now 10. Kevin Inouye, perfect, 8 for 8. This is like watching Nebraska, 56-0. That's a long trip from Yuma to come up here and get whooped on like this.
Yeah, it is, but you know, that league is so darn long and far and strung all over the western United States anyway. They ought to be used to this travel. I mean, that road goes both ways. But my goodness. I think Dixie came to play today. Every player out there is doing a great job. What an effort.
I think they, maybe Coach Croshaw told them if they really put the hurt on these guys, they can go out tonight for homecoming. Maybe he hooked them up, got them all dates or something. So they're fired up and ready to go. And it's not often those, well, you know, actually with a good program like Dixie, those second and third stringers, they do get a chance to play because of situations like this where Dixie has the game well in hand. And those second and third stringers, they get some experience in there, which is very important.
That's very important, Mike, because, you know, they're great high school players, but there's nothing like college football. And what a difference. And any experience you can get anywhere along, that's good. We got a... What a good tackle that was.
Number 30 on the tackle.
Garrett Thompson got him from behind. But anytime you can get game experience in it for anybody, especially freshmen, what a great opportunity, because there's nothing like playing college ball.
Well, these freshmen next year will be your seniors, in a sense, as being just a two-year school.
No doubt about that. Good effort by Garrett.
Thompson,
good effort.
Going along for the ride there for a minute, but he wrapped him up around the ankles. Gear on the return. They'll have the ball at the 23-yard line. 24, they call it. First down and 10. They trail 56-0. 13:04 to go in the ball game. They faked the handoff in the middle. There he was, wide open again, but he couldn't get him as Lane threw way to the left.
Just a good fake dive to the fullback. He rears up and hits the receiver, but he missed him.
Dixie really has been biting on that play action the whole game, but they've had good reason because the passes cannot go complete. Some good Rebel fans on the floor.
It's amazing.
You want to catch the ball?
Because one time Lane, Lane will zip it right in.
Another one of those 10-yard net punts. About 20 yards, no return.
A lot of times when you do a lot of substituting, sometimes players forget what team they're on, what specialty team they're on, but Arizona Western kicked the 10 men on that particular play, but it's no big deal. Not when you're down 56-0.
We'll see who's in at quarterback. It is Austin Berg. Stays in there for the Rebels. He looked pretty good on his last drive as he let him down for an easy 6 points. He'll give it to the big fullback, Kyle Wilson. He'll go forward for about 3 yards. That offense by Dixie sure is effective. It's not nothing too fancy. They just come right at you.
Well, it's the, basically it's always been a good sound offense. The coaches know it very, very well, and they just teach it to the players year after year, and that's why it's one of the key things here for success here. There hasn't been any drastic changes. That was kind of a weird mistake. The player didn't get off the field in time.
Usually they wait till they snap the ball to call that. Oh, they call a timeout.
Timeout, okay. I thought I saw the back judge throw a flag.
He did, but he picks it up. So with 11:55 to go at Hanson Stadium, it is homecoming. Did you go to the parade this morning, Ray?
No, I missed it.
Me too, I was working.
Like I was mentioning here about the offense and the coaches. The staff at Dixie College has been together for so long. They all know how each coach, they all know how each teaches, and they all believe in the same goal. And the only thing that really changes are the players. If you get coaches that can teach the basic offense and basic defense to the players, that's an unbelievable attribute to your success. Plus, the bottom line is recruiting. At the college level, if you recruit, you'll be fine. But you got to be able to teach in basically fundamental sound football, offensively, defensively. And I really think that's one of the keys to Coach Croshaw and his staff's success, is consistency.
There's Glenn Pilarowski shaking his booty down on the sideline. His day is done. Berg with the option, but he'll keep it. And he's wrapped up again. A good tackle by our... he looks like the shining defensive player for the Matadors. It's Gabriel Marquez, number 50. Berg trying to run the option. He got gobbled up before he could pitch it. It'll go as no gain, 3rd and 8. There's the scoreboard. It's a first down for Dixie. Johnny Journey at tailback, Kyle Wilson at the fullback position. They'll go to Journey. He's wrapped up and thrown down to the ground. Good tackle by Dustin Para, number 56.
Kid. I shouldn't say kid. That's a pretty strong man.
Yeah, I thought they had him wrapped up, but they continue. This offense has been awesome today, and why stop now with 7:30 left to go in the ball game? Berg looks left side, and a little longer.
That's true. Maybe they got the DB up.
Could have had him. So just when we think they want to get out of here, they start showing off a little bit. 2nd down and 10. Lane's still in at quarterback. I'm a little surprised they wouldn't give anybody else a chance. And Hall's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Good pursuit and a good tackle. Sticking with it is number 56 for the Rebels, Kikama Emsley. 6'3", 230 out of Hawaii. Kailua. You been to Hawaii?
No. No.
You need to get with Croshaw. He's got all those Hawaiian players. You know, he's got to go there to recruit, right?
He's got a Hawaiian connection, hasn't he? Well, he's had some good ones. He's had some good ones.
I think that's when he really does that personal recruiting. You know, he has to visit the players in their home.
A guy's got to do what he's got to do. That's all there is to it.
It's a tough job. 3rd down and 14 after the loss. Lane looks to fire it across the middle. He does a nice job. Oh, they're going to call that incomplete. Here comes a late flag. They haven't, did they say complete or incomplete?
I think he called it incomplete, but we got a flag here. It must be passing interference here on Dixie.
Yeah, he had his left arm wrapped around the receiver. James Sesma, the intended receiver. And a good call by the official. You could see the arm wrapped around him.
Yeah.
I believe that's the 6th first down for Arizona Western. Compare that with at least 30 of them for Dixie. 6:12 to go in the ball game. 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Arizona Western, it'd just be something just to get anything on the board. This could be their final chance, and a good catch and throw and catch. There's another late flag around the area of holding. The pass was completed to Benetton. Really has been their only receiver today. We'll go down to the field and see what Mr. Peterson has to say. I didn't see anything unless they
maybe he said a couple things, but you don't need that this late in the game. I mean, the game's, hey, it's not going to be close. Who's going to win? I mean, you know, you don't need stuff like this. So
you've already done your talking, I think, when you look at the scoreboard.
I think let's just get it over with. But, you know, it's an emotional game. People get excited and get nervous.
Let's go, Worm Dog!
Things happen.
You have to play with emotion in football. Robert McGoligo will replace Joe Cunliffe. Well, the ball is spotted at midfield. I've really got to go to the restroom. I thought I was out of here. Wow, they've got one more chance to throw it into the end zone and score. Everybody was ready to leave and strike up the band. So the ball in midfield, and they'll have one chance to heave it. I'm surprised they don't come with 4 receivers. Maybe they'll just take a knee and call the game, no?
Oh, no, we're going to go for it. There we go.
It's overthrown.
We've got one more play here, Mike. Well, Mike, it's been nice working with you. Enjoyed the afternoon.
Glad we could do it.
And,
If these guys are going to crush everybody 63-0, we ought to hook up more often. I think Larry will be back next week. Another I believe it's a 2 o'clock start next week against Eastern Arizona, a powerhouse in their own right, ranked number 12 in the nation, and they'll go up against the number 4 team in Dixie College.
Good ball game. Should be a good ball game.
This gives Dixie a lot of confidence. They really threw the ball very well today. DeLamas had a great game. As well as...
Excuse me, Mike. The defense was outstanding also.
So give him a completion there on the last play of the game. It goes to James Sisma. But that's the ball game. Dixie College wins it in a rout, 63-0. And that's the way everybody wants a homecoming game to be. Thanks, Ray. Stan Everett has produced this. Director Courtney Booth and the technical director, Ben Tanner and Corey Clyde to the engineers. The audio to David Taylor. Stan Plew, Ray Odette, and myself, Mike Sandberg. Press box camera operator Mike Paskek, Melissa Yak, Mike Black with the replay. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Corey Gressman, Cleon Yazzie, the ground camera, end zone camera, Ryan Vincent, Dusty McEwen on the graphics, and the key grip, Grant Wilson. If you ever want to know what the grip is, ask Stan Everett. Ahern Reynolds, Stephen Wade, Outer Centers, Boulevard Home Furnishing, and the Rainbow Sign and Banner have brought this game to you. This has been a presentation of the Community Education Channel. For Ray Odette, I'm Mike Sandberg. Good day, everybody.